to my channel. So this week what we're going to be doing is continuing to clear some of these bramble bushes. As you saw last week, we cleared the front of the house a bit. We now have a little bit of brambles behind me that I need to clear, and once that's done we go around to the back of the house and start clearing some of it there as well. And also I've got something a little bit exciting to show you later on in the video as well. So let's go ahead and clear these brambles. Okay, so I'm now going to go ahead and cut down these trees. So what I'm going to use is, because I'm a bit low on petrol, is I'm going to use this battery chainsaw and see if it's any good from Lidl. So if it don't work, it don't work. It was cheap enough from Lidl. So let's go ahead and try and cut these trees down with it. Well, that saw ain't too bad, but the battery doesn't last very long. So it comes with two batteries, but not overly impressed with it, I must admit. But it is a cheap one from Lidl. So I'm just going to drag that tree out of the way now, and I'll probably use my big chainsaw on it because I want to keep it and log it up anyway. And then once I've dragged that one out of the way, I've got another 2 little ones that I need to take down. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I've now cleared all them trees that I've cut down. The stumps are still there, which I'll sort them out on a later date. So that has really now made a real difference to the front of the cottage. So I'll just show you the front of the cottage now, that them trees are down, all the brambles are down. I've trimmed the grass a bit. I've still got to trim a lot of the grass in the front here, but before I do that, I want to go down the side and the back of the property now to trim down all the bramble bushes and all that around the house, because I really need as much light getting to the house and airflow as possible, because all these bushes and trees are really blocking the airflow. So I really need to get that clear. So let me just show you what I've done with these trees. Right, there you go. So them stumps are still there, which, like I said, but it has really now opened up the front of the cottage. And where I've put the trees is just here, a big pile that I'm just putting here. What I'm going to be doing with them is I'm going to be logging some of it up, and then the smaller branches I'm going to use as a dead fence, which is going to be placed in gaps like this in the fence. So that's my plans with them. I've got 2 big fern trees that are falling down over there on top of an outbuilding, which I'll have to sort out at a later date. But for now, I just want to go down the side of the house and round the back and trim them brambles. So let's go ahead and make a start on that. Okay, so that's the bit down the side trimmed. Next I've got to work my way down the back of the house. So let's go and make a start on that, shall we? Okay guys, so I've trimmed all that bramble bush back now as far as I can with the strimmer. The rest of the stuff around the corner of the house I'm going to have to use the chainsaw. So let me just spin you around so you can have a look, see what I actually done with the strimmer. So there you go guys, it's cleared quite a bit of it away. I've got to take this tree down. For some reason there's a metal gate on it, I don't know why that is. So that's the back of our land, which goes right the way down to the tree line down there. So as you can see, the rest of it down there I'm not going to be able to get with the strimmer, because it is all like tree like bushes and things like that, and the strimmer just won't cut it. So I'm just going to have to use a chainsaw on that now. So I'm going to carry on with that bit in a little while. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I have something a little bit special to show you guys this week. At least I think it's something special. It's a little find that we found. So I was up by the motorhome and Marie wanted me to put the washing line up, and it kept blowing over in the wind. It's one of these freestanding washing lines. So I went to put some pegs in. The pegs would not go in the ground. It would not entertain it whatsoever, and I tried in several different places, it would not go in. So let me take you up here and show you what it was. You're gonna have to excuse the noise of the generator. So down here guys, I started doing a bit of investigating, and there is what looks like a stone pathway. So I dug a few holes going all the way back down towards the cottage, and it seemed to go all the way down. So I'm just going to dig that up a bit now and see how far it goes, and then I'll start recording after the generator's off, because that'll be a bit too noisy for me to do that with the generator on. So as soon as the power banks are charged, I'll turn the generator off and then I'll start recording. So I'll catch you guys in a sec. Well, hi everyone. So I've finished doing a bit of investigation now to see if there actually is a driveway under this grass, and there is. So I'll just go ahead and show you what I've found. So there you go guys, see, it's literally just buried all under the grass here. So I can use that as a hard surface for now, and put some more stone on top of it. So I'm just going to leave it there for now, because I've got other things to do, but I think that's going to be solid enough just to be able to get the motorhome up on, because we don't really want to go too far down anyway. So I think that'll do me for now. I might just get some stone and chuck on it though. Right, morning guys, it's another day, beautiful weather again here in Ireland. We've only got 2 days of this weather left before the rain starts coming in, and I think it's going to be raining then for about 2 weeks. So I really need to get this roof sorted out before the rain comes, because we really need to start harvesting the rainwater. If I only get one side of it done, I only get one side of it done. I'm hoping to get both sides done, but we'll see how it goes. So that's going to be my job for today. Let me show you how I've gone and set myself up. So I've got my roof ladders set up, ready to get up there, and then as you can see there's quite a bit of moss on the roof that I need to get cleared off, and ivy down one end. So I need to get myself up there and start clearing that off today. Also guys, the car situation, we've decided that we're not going to get a car now. I'm going to be flying back to the UK on Monday to go and pick up my camper van. So it's a lot smaller than the motorhome, so we'll be using that to get around with, and also and help me for picking up materials as well for doing the build. I'm also going to be getting my guttering from the UK as well, because it'll be a bit cheaper than here in Ireland. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to set you up on the tripod, and I'm going to go up on the roof and start clearing some of this moss off. I will put it on a time lapse because you don't want to watch me scraping moss off the roof all day. So catch you guys in a sec. Okay, so I've just decided to go and get myself a mask and put on because I'm not quite sure what these tiles are made of up there. It looks like there's some sort of fibre in it. I'm hoping it's not asbestos, so I'm going to put a mask on just in case. So let's just go and carry on doing this roof. Okay guys, so it's another day. It took me the best part of a whole day to clear the moss off the roof. I've only done one side of the roof because that's all I'm interested in doing at the moment, because I need to get it sealed up, ready to collect rainwater, and the weather's changing tomorrow as well, so I really need to get that done. So it's made quite a bit of difference clearing all that moss off. So I'll just show you what the roof looks like now that I've cleaned all the moss off. So there you go guys, there's a little bit on there that just needs brushing off, so that's really made a difference to the roof just by scraping all that moss off of the roof. So what's left for me to do now is I need to get rid of all that ivy up there off the chimney and down the side of the house. And also, if you can remember from the previous video, there's a IBC down the side which is pretty grotty. I need to move that out the way, empty it and move it out the way so I can get rid of all this ivy. And then once I've got rid of all that ivy, I can then get back up on the roof and give it the coating of that special paint that I've got, which actually helps seal the roof and protects it a lot better as well. What I have also noticed is on top, on your ridge tiles, well, it's not actually tiles, it's like cement blocks on the ridge. Some of the cement is actually gone, so I'm going to have to repoint all that in. But all in all, the roof is in pretty good condition. There's one tile that slipped there by the porch, and there's another one missing at the top. But on top of the porch there is the replacement tile, so I will be putting that back in, and then the one that slipped, I'll push that back up and put a new nail in. And then, like I said, that roof is in really good condition. I don't think we're going to need to change the roof at this stage. So I'm just going to go ahead now and get on with moving that IBC and start pulling that ivy off. Okay, so that's the IBC moved out of the way. We are actually going to keep that IBC for down the back end of the land, because Marie wants to get a polytunnel down there and start growing all our own veg and everything down there. So we'll keep that for collecting rainwater down the bottom of the garden, which I will take you into the back of the land, possibly in the next video, to show you what sort of land we got out the back there. And it does need quite a bit of work out there as well. So I'm going to carry on now, cleaning this mess up here and putting that ivy off. Okay, so I've now got down most of that ivy. There's just a tiny little bit left up on the top, on the chimney, which I'm going to wait for it to die down a bit. So we've cut the roots out and everything. pulled a lot of it off down the side of the house, and I've pulled enough off for me to be able to carry on with putting this treatment on the roof tiles now. So let me go ahead and show you what I've got left so we can wait for it to die down a bit, and then I'll get my ladders and get up there and pull it off. Because my ladders are set up for doing the roof at the moment, I'm just going to let that die off a bit. So there you go. We've got most of it off now. It's just that tiny little bit up there, which I will get later on once it's died off a bit. We're going to call it quits for this week because we've just had a bit of a disaster happen. We just had some cows come running down the lane into our front garden. Marie's decided to run like a chicken into the house, and the cows in the field next to us have gone absolutely ballistic and run into their water trough and broke the water pipe, and there's water going everywhere. So I've had to try and find the neighbours to let them know, which they're now here at the moment repairing the water pipe. So what we'll do is we'll catch up next week and we'll finish off the roof, and I'll give you a tour of the land at the back of the cottage, and also, if we got time, we'll go inside the cottage as well to show you what it's like inside and give you some sort of idea on what our plans are. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next week. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up, and please do comment, because we really appreciate the comments and we answer all the comments that we get. So catch you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye.